Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Ninja Gaiden, or Nioh 3, running on PC. Ninja Gaiden's next. Let's worry about Nioh 3 right now. Wasn't paying attention to my health. Whoops.
What a rotten stench! How did the palace come to be in such a state?
Oh no. So accurate. From so far away. Crucible one. Ah.
The spirit tree is just ahead. Quickly, Takachio.
I'll leave this in your hands, Lord Takachio.
It has been too long, Yoshitsune. We are
Did you call him shit?
alone. Show no restraint.
Ruthless as ever. Under the guise of justice, you lay waste to the capital, pitting humans against demons. Ah!
To rule, one must prove their might. I merely set the stage!
You slew innocent people in order to bring about peace?
You lack conviction. Casualties mount as war rages on. But I will not be swayed! Do your brother one last favor. Suffer in the crucible! And become a spirit stone!
Oh, you know, sometimes brothers don't get along. It just doesn't work out sometimes. I get along with my brother, although it took many years for that to happen. For a long time, we didn't really like each other that much. Let's see if my sister is like, you know, you're not really that great of a person. Once we stopped, being forced to hang out, then it worked out much better. Sometimes you need to stay away from some people for things to work out. That's how I feel about all of my exes.
From that lotus-shaped ice.
No, I'm clearing the land. Oh, this is a farming sim now. Lucky guess. Hit points on you, buddy. Well, she may not have intentionally scheduled it on your workday. You know, some doctors have a hard time, or some doctors are popular and it's hard to get an appointment with them. Or she could have just, you know, not been thinking of you. I mean, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your sister. But. For the longest time, my sister was like super selfish, so it was like really, and I'm not that personality type. So we didn't see eye to eye for, you know, many, many years. I don't know if we totally see eye to eye at this point in time, but we're so old that we don't. You know what I mean? It's like I don't really want to argue about anything. I'm tired. They're still kind of selfish. Yeah. I think at some point in time, well, at some point in time, you hope people get over that. My sister, she had 2 kids, and I think by the like, maybe by like the 4th boyfriend, I think things started looking differently towards her. Or I guess after the 3rd divorce, I think one wasn't actually a divorce, like they were just seeing each other. But yeah, I think after that she finally had a little change of heart on some things. I don't think that's really the great way to learn a lesson. Maybe a little bit of humility, but I mean, whatever it takes, I guess. I guess it's kind of bad. All of my parents' kids got a divorce. I mean, you know, me included. So. Although I think my brother's been the one that's been involved in the long-term relationship the longest. Oh my god, 2 bunches, damn. That's a lot of hit points. That's a lot of hit points. I was going to say, how far back am I? I don't recall running into a shrine anytime soon. Yeah, now I have to be a good example for, you know, be a good uncle. By moving away to another country. Although in case of my my niece on my sister's side, she's raised in that she's raised in that anime culture and Korean culture, you know. So she's okay. You take her to school every morning instead of your sister? No, okay. I mean, that's an awful nice arrangement. I mean, you know, if it was the same situation, I mean, I would do that for my sister too. Like, I wouldn't say no if I lived close and it was, you know, it was something that I could do. Yeah, they can get a lot of favors from Uncle, you know, before they turn 18. After 18, all bets are off. What in the? Come on now. Whoa, what the? Why is that little guy doing so much damage? Under level? bastard shouldn't do that much damage. Okay, I can't smash these things. You agreed for the first 2 years? Yeah, well. Why did she have like, was she like working a whole bunch or something? I mean, not that you have to tell me or anything, but. That's kind of hard to say no when it's the, the kid involved, right? It'd be easy enough to say no to the sister, but the kids, I find that very, very difficult. Because then I'm just like, yeah, I'm sorry, my sister's, maybe not all right in the head. It was the same thing with my brother and my niece on his side. It's just like, well, you get a free pass until you become an adult. She works early morning. Ah, I see. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, all we can hope to do is leave a better impression of men to our to our younger relatives. I mean, if either of my nieces only knew like their fathers as the men in their lives, I mean, they would probably not turn out to be all that well adjusted. It's like it's okay. Not every dude is an asshole. Most of them are, but every once in a while you might run into one that's not. That's the only hope I can give them. Of course, I don't know if I'm like a startling example of what a person should act like. At least not in my younger years. But now that I'm older and mellower and I don't really have the opportunity to act like a jerk, I can be a better person. If I was like richer and and more handsome, then I'd probably still be a jackass. But since none of those things are true anymore, I can be a normal person now. And my sister, I don't know, man, she has just like the weirdest taste. But she's incredibly pretty, so she can get away with whatever she wants. And so for the most part, she'd have like the pick of the litter. It's like whoever she really wanted. You think she really had a hard time finding anybody to put up with her? Ah, come on. Oh my god. It's like you're that pretty and guys will fall over you, all over you for whatever you want to do, and then you just pick like the worst choices. I don't know, it's like, why? You have choices. You just pick bad ones. Nah, she was a model at some point, yeah. I think my sister did also go for modeling, but she couldn't find like a really good agent. You know, there are plenty of model scams out there.
The ice is too thick to break.
But you know, I mean, she was that quality of beauty. That's one where I have to laugh because now she's like the MILF, like to the kids, right? But yeah, all those little bastards are gonna be bothering you. No, no! Oh my god! Ah, the falling deaths are the worst. I almost had it too. I almost recovered. Oh. I often wonder what it would be like to be like that attractive, you know, to whatever sex you're attracted to. It seems like life would be significantly easier. I didn't get part of that. I didn't get that part of the gene pool though. I got the kind of the chubby part. I'm also the only one of the kids that kind of got my mother's, well, I don't know, abilities, maybe not the word, but, you know, my mom had a long struggle with her weight, you know, for a long time. Well, I mean, all the way up to the end, really, but none of the other kids, my other siblings, they got dad's always stay skinny gene. And I got mom's, well, you're gonna get fat at some point in time, Gene. so I was the chubby sibling. So I have a much different attitude about what I think is attractive and not attractive, just because of that. That's why you hear me talk about, you know, like being in relationships the way I do, is because it's like when you're not the cute kid, your life is a lot different. I was also the nerdy kid too. Like I really just like studying and reading. In fact, it was weird when I started picking up music, because that really wasn't my course of action. For sure, I was going to be like, you know, some sort of doctor or some sort of researcher or something like that, right? You know, I'd be a white coat profession. But no, it didn't really work out that way. I mean, yes. You know, I am a software engineer. And I happen to be, you know, good at that, but it's actually not that interesting to me. All the fun stuff I do is this stuff. You know, working with, well, I don't know if you call it a band, but we're very loosely a band. And to me, that's like the more interesting, more fun thing. But you don't make money. You don't make money making music. You only make money making music if it's a fluke. And it has to be more than a one-time fluke, right? Because one-hit wonders are a dime a dozen. Oh, you son of a... Hopefully I don't fall off a cliff like I did last time. He did the grappling move while I was in the middle of comboing on him. Sometimes this game, man. But damn it, priorities. You don't make any money at art. Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying I make money at art. I mean, I don't make money doing this, and I certainly don't make money selling albums, right? I mean, but that's where the fun is. Yeah, I had to make money doing like a regular job. I think it's very difficult to make money as an artist. But thank goodness I have other options. A lot of other artists out there can't do normal work. Can't fathom a normal kind of job where you have to get up at the same time every day and possibly do the same thing every day. Oh my god. That's all the satisfying stuff. If I write a song and publish it, then that's more satisfying than like all the other work that I do. Well, actually, this is pretty satisfying, but again, not a money venture. Yeah, we'll take our hobby soon. Yeah, I suppose that's maybe true. I do know people who make like AI music. I mean, it's not very good, but at some point in time it'll be good. You can say to a certain extent the music that is popular is sort of AI driven. I mean, it's a very like set of, it's a very safe set of melodies and beats. Actual artists though, like if you're like a drawing, if you're that kind of artist, I don't know how well AI replaces that. You can always tell when something's AI. At this point in time. And I don't necessarily like dislike the way things look in AI, but I do see that it is very heightened, right? I mean, like all the shadows are extra dark, and all the highlights are extra shiny. It's like, yeah, that definitely does not real. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing about DLSS 5 is that it's like just changing the lighting profile. That's all it's doing. So like all the base models, the character models are exactly the same. They're just like calculating like a crap load of light sources, and that's really the key in order to get an image to look closer to realistic, right? Closer to realistic, right? I just don't know if games need to look that realistic. Like, I think it's okay if games look like games. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how much of a demand there is for like a character to look that realistic. Unless it's porn. It's pretty much the only time where you want it to look realistic and be AI. If anything, that industry is gonna be okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's okay if it's okay to have photographs, right? If you're somebody that's an art, if you're somebody that takes really good photographs, but it's also okay if you're somebody that draws a really nice picture. You know, they both can exist. And, you know, in video games, it's like totally okay if something doesn't look realistic. I don't know why we aim for that so hard. I mean, I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which don't look realistic in any degree. You know, I mean, there's nothing realistic about them. Ah, oh my god. Again? You know, if you look at all those Hoyoverse games, obviously they don't look realistic, and they're selling just as well, being big ass cartoons with weird ass faces. We'll see. I mean, it's very early in the technology, and even that demo, the DLSS 5 demo, they had to use two 5090s. That's like $4,000 just to have, you know, Grace's nose be a little shinier, right? So yeah, they can show off all that fancy stuff all they want, but you ain't gonna get to see that, not unless you're dropping $5,000 on video, which I don't think I'll ever make enough money to do that. Such BS. You just power through your hits. Oh, well, that's okay. Thankfully, I've already beat RE9. Like, I don't have to play it again unless I want to do it for fun. Like, if I want to do all the little mini missions that they give you. Which I might. I actually might go back to that game and, you know, get all the infinite ammo and all the extra guns. Do all the stupid stuff it makes it wants you to do. I think I started on that, actually. Where you don't use the... You don't use the little combiner thing to make resources. The power through anything. Well, I don't like it. Even if they can do it, I don't like it. Especially if I'm hitting with these tonfas. I mean, these tonfas are brutal. Maybe I just shouldn't fight this guy. He just leads me down into the pit every single time. We should play it with mods. When I was posting gameplay for adult games in like Pornhub and stuff, like Resident Evil 2, I had both of them be naked with mods. So I had Claire and Leon. I think I gave Mr. X, I think I gave him like a G-string. Those were fun times, but now those platforms are so restrictive that I can't really post that kind of stuff anymore. I'll have to check out the mods for RE9. I'm sure we can have some fun with them. We'll get Ada in there one way or another. I believe I also had Ada nude, yeah. You know, that's like the very first mod anybody works on. Every time a Resident Evil game comes out, you know. So it's either gonna be like the first or second character that somebody makes nude. You know? It just that's just the men of the world being men. Like, I thought for sure when Claire Obscura came out that like the very first nude character they'd make was Nioh, you know, the child. I thought for sure it was like, okay, yeah, these fucking perverts are gonna make the child the nude model first. But thankfully that wasn't the case. Luna was the first one, or Lune was the first one. In that case, humanity did let me down for once. God, I hate that move. This move costs me so much damage almost all the time. And it misses. It misses all the time. Yeah, play Minecraft. Well, thankfully she wasn't too bad. I remember her being a lot worse. I think we fought her character type before. But yeah, all those mods I always have just all the characters be nude. Just like Street Fighter 6. We had Ryu and Ken nude. Zangief was nude. Chun-Li was nude. I couldn't quite get the physics right on the penis, you know, because things just look bad. It's like the way the things flop around. It's very hard to simulate. I think that's how it was in like when I was playing Resident Evil 2. Like it looked like Leon like broke his penis in two places. He's like, Leon, this is a very dramatic injury. You need to see a doctor. That thing does not look right. The physics just difficult to manipulate. Of course, they got Claire perfect, so they worked extra hard to get her working right. Leon, not so much. He was a little broken. I don't know if they ever fixed him. The Street Fighter ones were funny because I guess during one of the tournaments, somebody, they were playing like the PC version, and somebody left their nude mods on, which led to, well, it upset Capcom quite a bit. I think they might have sent a cease and desist to that mod creator. And then it began cracking down on like all Street Fighter 6 mods, not even just the ones that changed the characters. Yeah, the Jill model. I mean, that's the best that Jill has ever looked in that RE3 remake. It's too bad the game wasn't as good as RE2 remake. But to be fair, RE2 is also a better game than, base RE2 is also a better game than base RE3. So, I mean, I guess you can only do so much with the original source material. So it's like, well, it kind of tracks. I mean, that game is not as good as the last game, but that's how the original PlayStation one was. Everybody thought RE2 was worse than RE3. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it, but it was definitely not as good as 2. I still played through it. I don't think I got all the unlocks, though. I guess I should probably do that at some point in time. But then they made RE4 remake, which I think is a wash. I mean, there's some things that are better about it and some things that are not as good about it. Like the Dead Space remake, I mean, they did a great job on that. I mean, there's no point in even playing the original game. You beat it in 3 hours. Actually, that might have been around my time too, 3 or 4 hours, something like that. I mean, I played it over the course of 4 or 5 days though. Yeah, I mean, you could tell that they didn't put as much time into RE3 remake as RE2 remake, but again, that's also true of the original games. I mean, RE2 they spent a ton of time on, and RE3 is, I would say it's a side project, but it wasn't. They didn't work as hard on it. Code Veronica's next. I mean, it's more Claire. Let's see what they do with Claire. Older Claire, Hopefully they change Steve a little bit, because holy crap, that guy's annoying. You're not gonna let me jump over that? Yeah, I thought they had like Resident Evil 5 remake on the roadmap too. Because honest, I wouldn't mind them changing the art on that one. That was made during that time when everything had to be like kind of dirty, like dirty looking. Like I'd love for them to remake the art. And you know, Shiva's, you know, one of those you know, underappreciated Resident Evil characters. You were using Enduring Legacy? Why were you using Enduring Legacy? I really hope they never do an RE6 remake. They should do RE6 remake just for the Ada chapters. And tell me you don't want to see that. Oh, you're using Glay. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. I know, I love Glay. They made a ton of improvements to her, and now she, you know, I mean, she's not on the same level as Serena, but she's at least on the same level as, like, Ultimate Ajax. Kind of creeps up on Daya a little bit. I mean, the whole subplot with Helena and her sister, you know, they could do something with that. I mean, the worst thing about RE6 was Chris's chapter. It just felt like it went on so long. Like, I thought Leon's chapter was fine. And then Sherry and Jake, I mean, that was just okay. But I think that game would be very expensive to make. Yeah. Well, that's why we were saying that, you know, Ada's not human. I mean, she's has definitely been worked on. I mean, that's how she survived RE2. She took the T-virus to stay alive. Either Wesker gave her the T-virus or she took it herself. That Ada story was funny because they basically took the scene from like Alien 4. Well, I mean, of all the movies to steal from, you know, Alien Resurrection. So nasty in this game. Yeah, Alien 3 and Resurrection are some of the worst movies. Like, I could kind of see Alien 3, like, there are, like, some scenes in Alien 3 were actually pretty cool, but the whole movie just is terrible. Actually, that last Alien movie they did was not good either. I mean, that was pretty bad. Really, the Alien hasn't recovered since Alien, since Aliens, Alien 2. They've just never been able to make another good movie. At least on the same level as 1 and 2. Yeah. It seemed like Alien 3 was just like written as like an offshoot. Maybe it wasn't really meant to be an Alien movie. Cuz it's like somebody didn't even watch part 2 when they made Alien 3. Which might have been the case. I mean, who knows? The little pink monster generator thing. Gotta be around here somewhere. There you are. Alright, well, it's about time for that other Team Ninja game. Alright, we'll stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Nioh 3 running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.